For the promotion of Phule and Ambedkar studies under the patronage of our Honorable Vice Chancellor, and I am also glad to know that there are two centers, two separate centers. Normally there have been only one center in university, but there are two separate centers. The one in the name of Mahatma Phule and the other is in the name of Baba Sahib Dr. Ambedkar. Our Vice Chancellor has proposed that we should not use the term backward. But as so far as I agree with him, so far as my study on Phule and the study of college studies, when I go into the insights expressed by Jyotirao Phule, I found a very suitable word, alternate word for that. It is given by Mahatma Phule himself, that is Bahujan. It is very powerful word. That doesn't have any inferiority, complex type or any, as Professor VC has said. So we should, why not we should adopt that term? You know, my dear friends, there is a great potential in this word, Bahujan. Politically, socially, culturally. You know, what a great thinker. He is trying to make out a term about such a term, Satya Shodak. That means researcher of truth. The other people were founding in those days the outfits like Brahma Samaj. The one person is trying to make you Brahmin. The another person is trying to make you Arya Samaj. And another person, and the Ranade, are trying to convince you that you should worship. It is Prarthana Samaj. But think about Phule. He said, I don't want to make you Brahmin, I don't want to make you Aryan. I just want to make you the researcher of truth. What a wonderful idea. And also he propounded another conception, that is the conception of Satya Dharma. And it was an alternative idea to the Brahmin Dharma. You know, we are Hindus particularly, but victim of Brahmin Dharma. So he proposed the another term, Satya Dharma. So my dear friend, I am going to present my speech or address on this particular theme. And before I start, one more thing which I would like to share with you. And you know, Jyotiba Phule was an intellectual, was an organic intellectual. Professor Vice Chancellor has said there is a difference between intellectuals. There are various varieties of intellectuals. And one great thinker from Italy, Antonio Gramsci, has very categorically suggested there are two types of intellectuals. The one are formal intellectuals, like we all academicians, and the another variety, another category of intellectual is organic intellectual. We can use another term for this term, organic intellectual, that is public intellectual. Phule was a public intellectual, organic intellectual. That's why he coined many terms. He coined many terminology, and he also initiated many movements. You know, most of the social movements of modern India are indebted to Phule. I can enlist the number of those movements. For instance, Dalit movement, and indebted to Phule. For instance, PZ movement. Have you heard his book, Set Karyacha Asur? From this book, there in this book we find insights of Phule on PZ problem, and from there we have a beginning of powerful PZ movement. There is another movement, that is women movement. was also launched by, particularly the feminist movement, that was also launched by Phule and his wife Kranti Jyoti Savitribai Phule. There are another movements, for instance, labor movements, is also inducted to Phule. Lokhande was a friend of Phule, who founded first trade union movement, trade union, association in Bombay. So with Phule, there we find many states, and even their friends. Actually, I have done a research, a full-fledged research on Phule, as the introducer professor told about me, that I was fellow in Indian Institute of Advanced Study, which is an international level institute of India. And there were many fellows from outside the country also. In that institute, I wrote a lengthy monograph on Jyotirao Phule, and in that, while doing that research, I explored, I researched, discovered many facts which were traditionally known to the people, conventionally not known to the people. For instance, people say that he founded 18 schools. Jyotirao Phule and Savitribai Phule founded 18 schools. But I found that this revolutionary couple, founded about 200 schools in Maharashtra and Bombay Presidency. 200 schools. Could you imagine? So this couple, particularly Phule and also the Savitribai Phule, did many pioneer works. He also started a tradition of Nukkad Natak. He wrote many nataks, and he also started to play those nataks. He initiated Dalit literature. He initiated peasant literature. His literature was not like of his other contemporary writers. His literature is grounded. It was a realistic based literature. There are many streams which have come out from Phule. So, my dear friends, today my address would be confined only to the one conception of Phule. In this seminar, you will be discussing other things also. So, now that I have authored a very big and well researched paper address. So I'm not going to read the entire paper because of time constraint. I'm just reading the main parts of my address. As I told that my address would be confined to a specific theme rather than to cover the broad dimensions. And that is the idea of Satya Dharma propounded by Jyotirao Govindarao Phule. As every student of modern Indian history knows, Phule was a highly radical reformer of the 19th century India and popularly known as father of Indian social revolution, a title given to Phule by Dhananjay Keer. He came out with a fresh framework of Hindu social reform, wherein he, in addition to other things, propounded the idea of Satya Dharma as an alternative model to Brahmin Dharma. Here he was different from most of his other contemporary reformers who strived for reforms in Hinduism without questioning Brahmanism. Here is the problem. The Brahmanism is the main problem. And Phule and also his disciple Ambedkar didn't hate Hinduism. It was their patron religion. But they always emphasized, if Hinduism has to live, Brahmanism has to die. That was the finding of my thesis also. I have proposed in the well-researched address that Phule's idea of Satya Dharma was the outcome of his ground-laying and organic approach, which was based on a perspective from below.
Was written a book called Why I'm Born a Christian, and that led to a lot of criticism, critical thinking, skepticism, and other things. And Professor Kancha Elaya has written a book called Why I'm Born a Hindu as well. And not to do much, why am I not an Hindu? Born, I said Born. Born was Bertrand Russell. Right? Thank you for the correction. Without getting much into the details there, we would like to felicitate the guests who are here and all the invitees as well. So I request Vice Chancellor Sir first to felicitate the keynote speaker for his detailed address. I request them to kindly do the honors to our Vice Chancellor as well.
Yeah, already.
What the moment?
At least moment of
Moment also.
moment I can actually.
So similarly, kindly do the honors to our registrar, sir, Professor Lakshminarayan sir as well, and to our OSD sir as well. I know it was an extended inaugural function there, led into the lunchtime. It looks like. Thanks for your patience. I think you need to go about with rejuvenating yourselves. So kindly break for a tea and get back. The session will start the next. Yeah, there's a lot of efforts which have gone into screening the papers, planning and execution. Thank you so much. We break for tea and get back to the